Okay, welcome everybody to something that I just wanted to do on a whim because I'm bored and it's near the end of the decade and I want to do something cool. It's on December 19th of 2019, so wow, I'm doing a speedrun of Mario Odyssey with these people watching because I just have some fun. Can I have some fun?
Yeah.
Yes, we can have some fun. Start.
Yeah, basically just a lot of fun of Logan doing his own run of Odyssey, and unlike with James and Luigi's Mansion, this one doesn't have a trace of spite in it.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's no spite. No, what do you mean? There's no spite. There's no spite. I'm just having fun.
Besides, when
Giggles.
when I want to do repeats, I usually try to find a reason beyond just spite.
I messed up our first run because I've been a little bit out of practice. But I just want to
wallet.
No.
Don't you freaking dare!
Oh no! You'll never know. Also, if anybody ever plays this game, they'll all tell you that. Hang on. They'll all tell you that this game can build up quite a workout because you have to constantly shake the thing over and over again to do all of the freaking motions.
Yeah.
Motion capture.
Never let it be said that video games aren't good exercise.
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to try out Ring Fit Adventure.
I've heard surprisingly decent things about it.
It's a good game. It's just that you need to have the fucking room for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good problem.
Like a room like mine, which is pretty much a claustrophobic nightmare and a half. No thanks.
That's why I'm never gonna really get into VR as well, because a lot of VR sets they need you to
have a big clear space.
Right.
Speaking of seeing pretty colors, let's hijack a frog.
Yeah.
I can see everything.
I think I've seen a little too much. Okay, I'm getting a headache.
Take me back.
Nice.
What's that from?
Marios can see everything.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
right,
know,
right,
but I just wanted to paraphrase it. It's like, we Marios can see everything. So play nice.
I was expecting Luigi to come in and say, "So play nice."
Why would he suddenly turn into Luigi though?
I don't know.
He wouldn't. Luigi would be there too.
But
That's what I had in mind anyway. That it wouldn't just be Mario.
Well, my thing is that all the dialogue was all Woody. I was doing that with all Mario, with the joke of him turning into Hotel Mario right at the end.
Well, I mean that I did, but yeah, I had a different thing in mind.
We see everything. So play with the enclosed instruction.
We just a knockoff version of it.
Instructions. Check the enclosed instruction book.
Here's your problem. Too many poodles.
One question.
What's up?
I'm having this problem with RetroArch. I keep, loading my remap file on RetroArch, but it doesn't want to pick up my controller.
Title drop.
That's odd.
Skip the title drop. Let's go with the speedrun.
I've never heard of super title drop before.
Well, so far you're
There we
definitely
go.
doing better
The
than
only
you
thing
did
that's
earlier.
working is my D-pad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It hasn't been working ever since I changed the control. It hasn't been working on RetroArch correctly ever since I changed the controls to Metaslug.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's so cold today.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's been
I
kind
was
of
super busy at work.
Oh,
it's been pretty
Stone Cold tits!
well, we've been having to bring Hershey in a lot more frequently.
Oh yeah, Hershey's the name of his new cat, by the way.
He got a cat.
Yep. And my dog still don't know what to make of it.
Aw.
What is this
doesn't-
small fuzzy thing?
It doesn't taste like actual Hershey's.
No, they don't. Well, Lola does kind of like to nibble on her ear, but none of them try to eat her.
Okay, that's
It
good.
doesn't smell like actual Hershey's.
They do spend a lot of time smelling it,
I should tell you, a dog nibbling on another animal's ear is a sign of dominance, from what I understand.
I thought it was affection.
though. Well, thankfully, Hershey doesn't seem to mind, though.
Yeah,
I guess that's good, but that's behavior you don't want to let continue.
You don't want to encourage that kind of behavior.
I wasn't. Every time Lola tries, I usually get her to stop. I'm just saying that is something that she's done ever since we got her.
Yeah. But I'm just letting you know. Instead, if in case you did not know that is a sign of
Logan, you
dominance.
might want to bash on that wall over there. Or do you want
Honestly,
to?
I'm honestly more so surprised it's Lola that does it.
Oh, he triggered it.
Wow.
Well, he triggered it, yes, but I was also about to say to save him some trouble, he could have also bashed on that wall like he was facing before he made the jump, so he can get an extra power move and save him a little extra time.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I'm also surprised it's not Lucy that's nuts. She's the oldest of the dogs.
Maybe she's just like, I don't care. I know I'm the oldest. I don't need to prove my authority.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the dog's temperament. Some dogs, you know, maybe depending on their breed, are more domineering than others. Like, we have a terrier who has a very domineering sort of personality.
Oh, ow.
Oops.
Well, I was
Nice
about
to
to say,
die there, and I
you might not-
imagine they're gonna send me
All the way back.
I was about to say,
first
you might-
time lost. That's okay. I can pick myself up. Don't worry.
And you can use these time to also break that one wall.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that the one that's like to the left there. That one I think should have a moon in it.
With the chain chomps?
Yeah, well you can use the T-Rex as well, I think.
Yeah, you can be able to.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait to speak.
Okay, never mind.
Well, where were you willing
Well, because the issues I'd have to leave the T-Rex if I
Yeah, but
wanted
you
to.
can hop right back onto it. Honestly, you'd be saving a little more time doing that than trying to find that moon after Madame Ruby here.
If I can interrupt very quickly, where were you willing to save?
The world's first Pokemon Go specialty store just opened in Tokyo.
I saw that.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Now back to the stream.
Oh, and it's all messed up.
What's
wrong?
No, I mean, on my end, I cannot for like me get my controller to work.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I'm sorry.
What to do? If I should just
don't know.
reinstall RetroArch or?
Buttaboo.
Probably would be the safest option at this point. Maybe reinstall whatever cores might have got messed up.
I'm using the same settings I always did. I don't know why it's so messed up.
Was it updated recently?
No.
Yay.
Hmm.
Maybe you have to. I would try doing something where you uninstall the controller driver and reinstall them by them plugging your controller so it can reintroduce your computer to them.
How do you uninstall the controller?
Go to Device Manager.
Yeah, go to the device
Duh!
manager.
If I can
Yeah.
ask real quick, Logan, on your setup on the left, why are there a number of spaces between Bowser and Moon Kingdom?
Because there are so many spaces that it can't show all of my splits at once. It can only show so many, so deal.
Oh, okay. It's more like an ellipses.
Deal with it, Luigi.
Oh, and actually, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the space is there. So sorry, I misunderstood what you're saying. What's happening there is I could fit up to 2 more slots, but I didn't actually need that many slots.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not tackling the darker sides of the moon.
Yes.
God, no. There are some runs that do that, though.
Well, yeah, 100% runs. No.
Well, he means speed runs that actually do it.
Well, yeah, 100%. Well, there's multiple categories for speedruns. You just the basic run, the 100% run, doing this thing or that thing, you name it.
Yeah. There are many different ways to tackle this game.
Heck, I'm sure there's a speed run for those that just want to tie their arm behind their back,
Yeah.
I've seen
or
all
co-op
sorts
run
of-
rather.
Yeah, I was about to
I've
say,
seen all
wasn't that
manners
part
of
of the
weird
thing you were
stuff.
telling us about back when we did the finale of...
Oh yeah,
I think it was
Yeah.
the finale.
it was the finale of that. Gosh, there have been so many crazy runs by Small Ant in particular. That's his name.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Hey, sweetie. Or should I say, hello, sweetie?
Welcome, Matt.
And it's actually very apt timing because we're in your
Yo.
favorite kingdom now.
Oh, hey, cool.
Yeah.
Also, hi, people.
Hello.
I was watching The Masked Singer with my sister, and I'm still fucking salty over that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you told me about it last night, and we stayed up till 2 a.m.
Oh,
Wasn't
right.
that
It was,
bad?
oh, shit, it was 2 a.m. for you?
Yeah!
Yeah, she's
I'm
in the same
sorry!
time.
2 hours
Yeah,
ahead of me!
I forgot
I
you're
was
2
gonna say-
hours ahead of me.
Yeah, she's in the same time zone as
jeez.
I am.
You gotta stop making this girl stay up so late, Matt.
I make no promises.
Of course
Where's
you
your
don't.
civic? Where's your civic, Dodie?
And also, all day I was watching nothing but subreddit videos.
Also-
Because you introduced me to that.
You better have watched the ones by MK.
I do. I just watch
Good.
random ones like retail stories and then mildly frustrating and extremely frustrating.
My favorite is still the r/I had a stroke. Today is the last day of school. Slow. Why can't you say slow? Okay, today is the last day of teaching building.
Yeah.
I would have loved if he even started messing up that. It's like,
TG building? That's what he said.
Yeah,
like,
he's
That's what he just said. Oh, Sealy, what's that quote we... Sealy,
teaching building.
what's that quote
That
we...
didn't register the first time you told me.
Allie,
You told
real
us about
quick,
that.
real quick, what are you trying to say, sis?
What was that? No, I was talking to Sealy. Yeah, I was talking to Sealy. I was like, what's that quote we like from Random Armor Bullshit? It's like, they're on the... They're coming!
All something be advised. Something have been alerted to your. They're coming.
And he just sounded so panicked.
That kind of sounds like a Porky Pig moment, I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
Hang on. I'll look at the video. I'll look at the video. Looks in my drawer and go in there.
Okay.
Hold on. Here's my favorite from the r/I had a stroke.
What's up?
This one's
up?
my absolute. Oh, hold on.
What's up, we?
What?
Missing Link 1 Best Animated Feature?
Oh yeah, I said that.
Hey, what's this?
It's
Yeah,
it's
basically-
very beautifully animated.
That's
I
that
do
stop
need to-
motion
I
movie,
actually-
right?
Yeah, it's Lucky's latest film.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
I need to see that.
If it makes you feel
Come
any
on.
better, reply, I haven't seen it either.
Okay, good.
But it does look nice.
Okay, good. Movie night.
I know.
It has Hugh Jackman in it. Missing Link.
I know. Real quick, sorry. See, I was saying, I know I'm excited. Like, I remember seeing the cool Twitter pencil test animations, so I could see how they were how they had to conceptualize everything as though it were in 2D first.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, I'm really torn on that because I love that stop motion isn't dead, but at the same time, I look at those pencil tests and I'm like, why couldn't this just been a 2D movie?
I think it would have cost more to make it a 2D movie, actually.
And more time.
Inkers and pencilers are much more expensive than you think.
That's fair.
But
Sure.
like that's technically
you-
technically Klaus cost them $40 million.
Yeah.
I found it.
They also had
Oh,
a technique that saved them time and money.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It was,
So,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're having that classic Skype call thing that, or in Discord anyway. That classic thing that everyone talks about of like when you have this, everyone starts talking over each other, and everyone's like, "No, you talk first. No, I insist. No, I insist."
We're all too polite.
Quiet!
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's the joke. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. Hang on. In all seriousness, though. Bleh. Go ahead, Sealy.
Sealy first, and then Gui.
I wanted, and then after her, I want to say something.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Sealy.
Okay, this is how it went. All call signs, this is Crossroads, be advised. The paramilitary forces in the area have been
I was gonna try
alerted
that.
to your... They're coming!
Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
we're
Next
back.
to Crossroads, suck a cock.
Oh my god.
The guy in the call sign gets so ticked off that they were calling him out for saying something silly.
Okay, anyway, Allie's next.
Okay, so I actually forgot what I was gonna say.
It is going to be about. It is going to be about the animation.
Yes, I did it.
Yo,
First
yes.
try.
I tend to think that stop motion costs more just because of materials and
Wait, aren't you gonna
the very-
pay for a ride?
like the
No.
very nature of the tedium of stop motion. It would require more man hours to animate each frame.
I would say it would cost about the same amount of man hours because it's pretty much the exact same amount of frames as a 2D animated movie. It's just instead of moving stuff, you have to redraw pictures. In fact, that's why I think that it might be more with like 2D animated movies, because with 3D with stop motion, you just have a model and you just have to move the model every now and then.
Well, here's the thing, though.
With 2D animation, you have to redraw every single frame.
I will have to kind of correct you on that. They have several different models for the same character. They have several different faces that they have to change out depending on the mood and the scene.
Right.
And you know, and the
Hey, where are you going?
and like with like if you're in the middle of animating a scene for stop motion, if something like falls over, you have to start all over again from the beginning.
Fair point. However,
if I could, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just wanting to paraphrase a joke that Ali did in the failed attempt, where it's like, "Well, I guess we'll be all and in layman's terms, get bant."
Sorry.
There's your
No,
information.
not you. I was talking
Raid.
Oh wow. Thank you, Pi.
You're welcome. That's why I
Raid.
rather do research before spouting anything out of my
I'm
mouth.
sorry.
I mean, I'm all for being proven wrong.
There you
Sorry, I
go.
was just think.
Raid.
Pi's just
Never
remember
heard some more
completely like.
discussion because, god damn it, we spent all whatever sort of original commentary we could for this game.
Actually, you're probably thinking of the same thing, Logan, but just Pi's just machismo with that. I'm just thinking typically like, here, educate yourself.
Here, educate yourself.
You fucks. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're okay, guys. Don't
It's fine.
worry.
We're joking. We're joking.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
This is these are jokes.
Okay.
It's
It's
a
okay. No one's
Would
actually
I
said
do
don't worry.
that.
Would anybody like to hear my favorite r/I had a stroke post?
Sure.
I could have already said it, but go ahead.
No, I didn't. I just said a different one to introduce what r/I had a stroke was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is my favorite one, and I'm just going to read it in the same voice that Damien from MK read it. Notice, my home is politically incorrect. We say Bakaboba, marry God, God bless the God. We burn our flags, salami in the bag. If that offends you, easy peasy.
And I just feel like he just had like a big stuttering stroke in front of
Actually,
everybody
well, I
and
was
then just
gonna say, it's
held
like-
up his hands like, I'm okay.
I had the idea of like, it would offend me if I understood what you were saying.
For me, my favorite has to be the r/face palm.
No!
That one's good.
Yeah.
Everything, the
Whenever I
stars
try-
aligned and then they exploded.
Yeah.
And well,
Whenever I try to do that cap throw jump move, I always fail at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like
It-
forget
it
to push the Y
requires,
button
like,
too fast.
Precision in both fingers and mind.
Yeah.
And concentration.
Better hand-eye coordination.
Your brain.
I just like how you said it requires precision in fingers and mind.
Well, you certainly took your devil damn time. Now, where's my money?
Okay, I'm back for real.
Where's my money, Damien?
It's all around you.
I found a knife!
Oh, we're gonna make this
I
difficult.
found a hat, and it's got razor blades on it.
What do you got there?
You big
Guys,
catch.
No!
Sorry, go ahead, James.
Go on, James.
You're fine, James. Go ahead.
That's my money for the record.
I
Don't count.
I'm jiggling with a rage.
Jiggling with rage.
I'm jiggling with rage!
I fed you pieces of Clarabelle cow. You can hear it now when you juggle her stomach.
Oh, jeez.
Hate the bell and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
I just need some quick points.
I know, but still, just hearing all this while I'm Christmas shopping, it's just like, what did I come home to?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You came home to Goofy.
Tis
Ooh,
the
lovely.
season.
Oh, that's cute. That's really
That's
cute.
me.
Let me
Tis-
see.
Yeah, pretty much.
For me, I put Avenged Sevenfold and AC/DC and such, all the way to Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Or Slipknot.
guys, really quick. Do you guys know when a dad joke becomes a dad joke?
When the dad tells it?
No, when it becomes a parent.
That's a good one.
You're not even a dad yet, Matt. Oh my god, I said
Sorry.
yet. Rephrase!
Oh,
Pie, do you have plans for this man?
no. See, I was joking. I was joking. I was just thinking back to the Hasman Hotel stuff when Alistair would tell dad jokes in
Oh yes, I love his
Twitch
dad
streams.
Well, one thing I was gonna bring up was when Logan one time did Movember, his beard, the way his beard looked, he looked like a dad.
No.
I can imagine it actually.
I have a
beard that looked like a dad.
I just have an idea. I have a video I'll share with you guys where it has a scene the bonus.
Oh no! Everybody's gonna see.
I'm still trying to find one more r/I has stroke. That's my favorite. It's like a James Bond related one.
Also, Logan, what are you saying that everyone's gonna see?
I found it.
Video.
Oh, true.
Also, I'm surprised you didn't do this one while you were here in the last attempt.
I did.
Oh.
I found it, by the way. Hold on. I love this. The Bond's name. James' name. Please do. What? Bond. Bond. It's so funny.
He just starts talking about bonbons. And you're like,
No,
what?
it goes like the Bond's name. James' name. Please do. What? Bond's name to James. Are you
He's just
alright?
like, what? I love how the guy just like backs up. Or is like, what?
He's just like, are you alright? Babe's Non's having a
Beef, sheep, beef.
You know, I just going to send it to you.
Oh, you guys, I found it. You don't have to watch it with me, but just look at Logan right here.
I'll be fine watching this instead.
Thank you, Hype.
Oh, look at that beard.
I see it.
I've seen it anyway, so.
I see it.
He looks just like a dad, for lack of a better term.
He actually
don't.
looks like one of my cousins.
I was in my young 20s. There's no way I could look like a dad.
Hey, I looked like a
By the way-
24-year-old before I turned 24.
Hold on. By the way, I'm going to be James Bond. Can you be the other guy, Steve?
Depends. What do I have to say again?
I just posted it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Anyway, just
I don't know
the
why
Bond.
they don't give me notifications.
Wait, the Bond's name. James' name.
Please do. What?
Bond's
Bond's name
name's
is
to
James. Are you all right?
James
He's
Bond's
drunk.
Okay, Allie, I didn't know you legally changed your name to Steve because I'm pretty sure he said my name.
Ouch.
No, I was reading it out loud for my own
Jeez.
amusement.
That's like,
But at the same time,
jeez,
Matt was reading it.
Jeez, speaking of dad stuff, Hype just pulled like the kind of like condescending thing that only dads can do, where they're like, well, that's the, it's like that.
Such and such, then don't speak.
It's like that thing. It's like that thing. It's like that thing where someone's like, I think it was Game Grumps were talking about, where it's like, oh, am I being rude? No, you're being rude.
You're being rude.
Sorry.
I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who's
Wait, I'm
Don't
not
you
a
know
boy,
it's
but
not?
I can identify as one.
But I love how
Oh wait,
well
no, I
that
have a boyfriend.
I love how well that attitude just fits Groose. Like, don't you know it's my day to get the glory? I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins. As he flies away.
Wait, one more.
Okay.
Sorry, another random thing. I was just looking through my phone, and hold on, where is it? Where are you?
Eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Pasta.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Diamond.
Ah, just kidding. Thank you.
What is a man?
Oh, this is probably not going to make a lot of sense to the people watching.
Yeah, but what's happening here is that we're all he's showing a bunch of memes, and he's now going to have to physically and visually describe everyone so that nobody is lost.
So fuck. I was hoping you'd just post it into the video, but damn.
No,
fine.
God, dude, if you want to speed, no, it's not a stream, it's a recording this time. But and Matt, if you want to speedrun this game, and then I'll edit the stuff by all means.
Fine. All right, so it's
are you when you're mad? Okay, I'll wait.
So it's the meme of the woman yelling at the cat, but
And
the
you
woman
said you
is
weren't gonna
replaced
try
with
that.
Richter Belmont. I don't care. I will. The woman is
No, I
Richter
tried that
Belmont. The cat is Dracula. Dracula. Anyway,
And
sorry.
And then the one I sent, I did like an OMG thing because those are so popular on Facebook. They don't annoy me at all. I found one that says, "How dangerous are you? You're mad." For me, value unknown. It's hard to tell because you rarely get mad. You still remain mild-mannered even when your patience is being tested.
That's bullshit.
Oh, you want to test that theory, Matt? Come at me!
Thank you for proving the theory.
It's all spooky now.
Do you two need to, should we leave you to room in your room?
We live in the same room. He's all the way in Idaho. I'm all the way in Texaco. Oh wait, no, Texas.
Texaco. Texas.
What did you just say?
Did you guys
Should
talk
I
about
start running
Texaco?
now?
Did you guys talk about Texaco? Do you remember for a while Texaco used to have those plushies that they would sell?
Yes, I remember those.
I think we had a Tasmanian devil one time we went there.
Sorry,
Also-
Stewart, you suck.
I'm having a hell of a time loading anything on my browser because I'm trying to look for images and it's not.
That happened to
me
that. I remember that happened to me on my desktop. And I had on my laptop, I should say, and I ended up having to restart the whole thing.
That's why I have the power of mobile technology.
Well, thankfully, Ali, since you're not technically recording anything, you can like pop in and out with no repercussions.
That's true. Yes.
Oh, good news.
What's that?
Team Trees hit to 20 million and are still going.
Oh, nice.
Good news, everyone.
That Team Trees is that thing that that one YouTuber did.
Mr.
Where,
Beast.
Mr. Beast, where for every $1 donated, a tree would be planted, and a bunch of companies are getting on. They're going to plant. I think they want to plant. How many was it?
20
million?
million.
A million?
Yeah.
20 million trees.
They just reached past that mark.
Nice.
So would anybody
Congrats.
like to hear some bullshit?
Sure.
Ooh, that was my. Ooh, that's a gold split, everyone. What that means that I'm still over time, but that apparently is the fastest I've ever completed this particular kingdom.
Wow.
Yay!
All right.
So in essence, you more or less caught up.
No, sort of. I'm still behind by a minute, but basically the duration of this is yeah. Go ahead now.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
Basically how it is, James, you know how when you do one race in like Mario Kart or CTR, and like when you look at the individual times for the laps, sometimes you'll say you beat the record for one particular lap. That's basically what that means.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, would you like to be reminded of some bullshit?
What's that?
Depends. Is it like Penn and Teller?
No. I love that. I love that show, though. I introduced a friend to that show.
We gotta watch
But,
more Logan.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's just this one tweet I came across. Do you ever sit down and think about how they got David Bowie for a SpongeBob musical episode, only for his character not to sing at all?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He played the King of Atlantis.
That is true.
Yeah, I remember that.
That did happen.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
What an insult to him as an artist.
Yeah, the fact that he's the only character in the whole fucking thing that doesn't sing.
Yes.
That is horribly ironic.
Now I have a beat for you all.
Honestly, the episode itself is kind of underwhelming in my opinion.
Yeah, it just came and went.
Especially since we already got songs from him.
Yeah, and it sucked.
Oh,
I
collection.
I like this person already.
You know, funny enough, just to relate to this, my dad bought a new coffee mug and it's shaped of a golden toilet.
Wow.
What?
I don't know why. Even
Because
my mom
funny.
questioned his sanity.
By the way, Pi, have you checked?
Okay, here we go.
Have you checked when or if the Death Stranding stuff
Let me check. I'm gonna check that right now.
because I hope that because I feel like it should have been here by this point. I hope that nobody tried to steal it.
Oh my god, you guys,
Okay.
you know what? I totally
up?
thought today was Wednesday instead of Thursday.
You know, I had that happen to me as well.
Well, it's my hump day, so it feels like Wednesday to me.
Oh yeah, because you work on
It
weekends.
feels like a Wednesday.
Yeah,
it just reminds me of that joke about how, like, it feels like Tuesday. Tuesday has no feel. Monday has a feel. Friday has a feel. Sunday has a feel. I feel Tuesday and Wednesday.
Unfortunately for me, it is my Sunday. So tomorrow I start work again.
So, that being said, just a heads up that I may be leaving soon.
Oh, why?
Oh.
Oh, right, Survivor.
Oh, Survivor,
Yeah, my neighbors reported it from last night, so...
The big Survivor finale.
Yep.
Oh,
Listen, I'm not gonna mess this up because what I'm trying to do here that I messed up last time is there is something called klepto skip, which is what I just did now. The reason why I had to do that weird triple jump on the tree is because if I do this right, I will skip the entirety of Cappy being taken by Klepto, which is nice, since I don't have to worry about him making a wreck of things. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to spook him. And that's going to begin the big, Klepto fight sequence, which is good. I need him to be doing that because when he's in this big fight sequence, I don't have to worry about him trying to take Cappy while I'm in the rest of this section.
There's an update on your order, Matt.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yeah!
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
What happened?
Nuts.
Like they haven't even shipped it yet?
For delivery before Christmas, order by the 16th of December for USA and 12th of December for international order. So yeah, I did. So it'll be here before Christmas.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, I just read that at the top because I ordered it on the 6th.
Oh, you know what that reminds me
Well,
of?
thank you still, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad I did that on time. So you'll get a Christmas Eve present from me.
Yeah.
Yay!
So I will be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer and hopefully get my browser working again.
And there was much rejoicing.
And then there was this.
Oh, wait.
But doesn't matter because doesn't matter. I'm gonna spawn at the ship, and I'm gonna have Cappy, and I don't have to worry about going to Klepto so we finish this kingdom.
James, why did you jinx it, but yet bring us good luck?
No, again, it completely worked. I was absolutely understanding that. Also, for those noticing, the first time I ever did the speed run, I failed at getting that Lost Kingdom skip so many times that. Oh, hang on.
What?
Come on. I just saved us a minute.
Yay.
So we're a little bit closer now to catching up to where I used to be. Now let's just hope I can. Now let's just hope that I can, not whiff it on all the other skips because we got plenty more where that came from. Now we gotta do Metro Kingdom Night skip.
You can do it. Skip below him. Skip
What is that
it
song?
along.
What is this song?
Oh, wow. I was thinking a variation of Feed Get It from Little Shop of Horrors.
Hi, Pauline. Bye, Pauline.
Cause if you feed me same amount, I can grow up big. Wow.
You know what?
I'm gonna take over all of video game land!
I was about to say, as much as I like... Whoa.
That was close. Okay.
As
So
much
don't
as
worry.
I
Check this out.
okay.
No worries. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, okay. One more time. Once I get this, you're good to go.
Okay.
Go, bounce it. Oh, there we go.
Yay.
So if I do this, what happens is, you know what? I'm just gonna. So by doing this,
I return.
oh, you're fine.
You
We're fine.
scared me.
So what happens here? So by doing this, I can basically walk around the exterior of the Metro City night section. Not have to worry about that tank section at all.
Yeah.
I got a minute early. Sorry, back to you, Hype.
I was just about to say, like, as much as I loved Levi Stubbs' portrayal as Audrey 2, one that I'm honestly really partial to is, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy that played Louis in Princess and the Frog, he actually played Audrey 2 in one of the Broadway renditions of the play, and he does a great job.
Wait,
When did we get on to a discussion of Little
Because
Shop
me
of
and
Horrors?
Matt were quoting one of the songs at one point.
he just randomly started singing one of the songs.
Oh, okay.
And I can
Oh,
grow up
not wrong.
strong.
Like, that was good. Like, one song that I honestly think is underappreciated is Summertime.
Yeah, that one is kind of an intense. Well, I wouldn't say intense, but haunting. Like,
Yeah.
you know what's gonna happen, and you don't
I'm
really
a
want
mean
it to
green
happen.
mother from outer space, and I'm bad.
Which that is
Yeah.
exclusive to the movie,
Okay.
'cause that's not
Yeah.
on the
Full
play.
disclosure, I've been kind of obsessed with that movie now.
Oh, I love that
don't
movie
know
so
why.
much.
I don't know why I got so obsessed, but like, I just had this thought in my head about it, and I'm like, damn, that movie's good. I need to see it again. And
Am I the only
haven't-
one-
I haven't
okay.
gotten the songs out of my head.
Okay,
Oh, jeez.
In fact,
Fun
they're
fact-
actually, Alan Menken wrote them.
Yes.
fun fact, people. I
Ah,
do not.
got it.
I like the movie more than the play, and I've seen the play.
Well, the movie. Well, I was about to say that's fine. I will say that like, I kind of like both the movie and the play for different reasons. Like, for example, I do love the Broadway rendition of some of the songs. Like, I actually kind of prefer their version of Summertime more than the movies. But at the same extent, I also do like their interpretations of other songs, like "See Me Get It." Actually, I kind of like both versions of "See Me Get It" just as fine. I don't know. It's really close to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the play succeeds where the I don't know, it succeeds in its own way, whereas the film succeeds in its own way. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, it has Mean Green Mother, which is exclusive to the film.
And in my opinion, is the best song, honestly.
Yeah, no, I
I'm mean green
haven't gotten
from outer space, and I'm bad.
Whoa!
Oh.
Green bad. I'm a mean green mother from outer space.
And it looks like you've been had. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space. Get off my back, get out my face. I'm mean and green, and I am bad.
We are so sorry.
You're fine. Uh-oh, hang on.
Hurry.
The other guy.
Yeah, honestly,
Oh.
Go ahead and send this. Hurry up and send this place somewhere that's green.
from
It is possible to quickly two-side from that. I was close. I just need to get that last freaking thing and it'll just come out.
But yeah, what were you saying, Alex?
I have to say that of all the renditions I've heard, Levi Stubbs is the best. He's the best Audrey too.
Well, he's the most unique of them, just because Levi Stubbs just has that unique voice.
Yeah.
Have I ever mentioned how this Mecha Whittler sounds is just horrifying? Sounds like something out of Bloodborne.
Kind of,
A little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, actually, another thing that's interesting about, like I said, I kind of go back and forth because I like Levi Stubbs, I like Louis' version as well. In the most recent rendition, they're actually getting James Monroe Englehart to play Audrey too.
Really?
For those that don't know, he's the guy that plays a genie in the Broadway.
Oh,
Yay! I love
that would
that
be
guy.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, he's a really good singer. Like, I love his rendition of Me. And the fact that, like, an interesting fact about that, for those that have seen the Broadway show, there's a point in Friend Like Me where Genie just kind of takes a minute to basically do like a karaoke of like select Disney songs, all of them, mainly the ones that Menken wrote. That actually came from a practice session that him and Menken did. Basically, just them shooting the breeze and practicing different songs, and they're like, oh, "This is fun. Why don't we work this into the musical?"
I'll be right back.
You know what? That actually fits. That actually fits because he's got a lot of energy to him. I think he would fit Audrey 2 really well.
Hey, let me see if I can find that one.
Why does it feel like it's 10 o'clock and it's only 6:30?
It's 8:30.
8:30 for you. It's 6:30 for me. Yeah.
7:30 for me. It's just because the sun is setting earlier.
Right.
We're getting close to the solstice.
Anyway, if you want to hear it for yourself, Allie, here's the bit I'm telling you about, which, again, this is just them during music practice, like practicing for some of the songs. Then Monroe was basically like, you know, a lag gets 3 ballads. I'd like a ballad of that's okay. And it's just them just, like, practicing random songs. It's like, yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Let's see.
I think looking back on it, I think I forgot to get that particular movie in my playthrough.
Well, that's okay.
So I'm just looking at Twitter, and suddenly Optimus Prime is trending, and I'm like, oh, what's this about? I'm looking up, and I'm just like, okay, so he's trending just because.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah,
no
someone
reason
probably
why
started
he's
something.
trending. He's just trending.
You can trend. Why, you saying you can't trend?
No, I say. Anyway, I would like to do
Sorry, go ahead.
I really quick like to do a fun activity with all of you, if you'd like to indulge me.
Okay.
Who here would like to read the Rotten Tomato reviews? The
Of
short
cats?
ones of cats.
I've seen some of
boy.
them, and I'm gonna say right now, I'm sorry, I have to take it from you because it's my favorite. Current highlight is someone saying, "I feel the light inside me fading."
Yeah, Logan told me that this morning.
Okay.
It's not good.
Here are some I like. Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs.
Oh.
And finally, here's another one
Okay.
from Simon
So,
Murado.
Guys,
Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna be leaving in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Here, I hope that the big event goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan, I'll keep you posted via Discord.
Awesome.
All right. Here are a few more. Finally, a whole new generation can discover that the Cats musical is 2 hours of human-feline hybrids without genitals, having no touch sex, and begging for death via song.
Oh, God.
My God.
All right.
That movie.
Did we forget to mention that the musical's kind of weird?
Well, no, that's the idea. The whole point of the musical was supposed to be a big medley. Like, it was supposed to be a big thing. Here, okay, someone actually described... I did actually listen and talk to someone at work, someone who is, like, a big, like, fan of the original musical, and the way he described it made sense to me. The whole point of the Cats musical was supposed to be, here is basically art in motion.
Yeah.
We are representing, like, almost like, with all the different, like, styles of dance, all the different like cats you're seeing. Like, it was supposed to be art in motion that you're watching, not
Yeah,
like.
it's like, we're gonna show you art. It won't make any devil damn sense, but it's art, and you cannot deny that.
And the movie somehow took that art away. Anyway, hold on, really quick. Here's a few more. First off, full disclosure, I am not a cat person. Second off, after watching this frankly mortifying film adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, I'm not altogether sure I am a movie person anymore either. And then here's my absolute favorite review. This literally has the top critic star on Rotten Tomatoes, and all it says is, "Oh God, my eyes."
You know, to bring this back to Mario, remember when he used to wear a cat suit?
For a minute, I thought you were
Yeah,
about to say.
yeah, for one game, I think.
I was really expecting.
We
it
are
to be
doing
like,
our good deeds of the day. I'm gonna do some really rapid fire good deeds, like clean up the trash, and I am gonna do an emergency airdrop council session.
I'm back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So,
I'm reading.
Tell me, what did you think of the Cats movie? Help me.
I cannot. I have seen things that no mortal man should ever have the displeasure of seeing. And
Nice to meet you
so that
too.
the suffering may finally come to an end.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Mario.
Wait, you haven't even heard my problems yet.
I was about to say, just wrapping all up. It's like,
I don't
and,
care.
like they're not suffering, so that the pain will finally stop. So B minus.
I was thinking he would just say, I don't care which way or the other.
All right, here's one of my favorite. Just the tagline of this tweet is my favorite because it's so true. It says, "The people who have seen cats sounds like characters in an H.P. Lovecraft story." Hold on. Once Tom Hooper's
forget that one.
110
Oh, you just
minutes.
wasted the expression seconds of your life.
Yeah, let's get that one.
Once Tom Hooper's 110 minutes of Cats are over, theater is dead. One lucky Jellicle cat is dead, and we unchosen ones are left tragically to continue living.
Okay.
I forget. I'm gonna be real for a second. I actually forgot where the next move is supposed to get me, so I'm just gonna go for Captain
Did you
Toad.
get Captain Toad?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get Captain Toad.
Did you ever get the musicians at the park?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't want to get the trumpeter because I know if I get that, that'll activate the next section.
Right. Well, to be fair, it wouldn't immediately boot you to the festival. It would just take you to the What?
It would just take me to Pauline, and I could talk to her. And
Exactly. That's all it is.
Real quick.
Sorry, no festival today.
If you don't mind, I want to add a bit of contribution to the whole cats thing, and I'd appreciate if you let me read all this, Matt. So basically, Idris Elba was talking about his experience on Cat School, which I guess is like the whole method acting that they have for the movie. You start at 8 a.m., you walk in and get on your knees. For at least 7 minutes, you prowl around, nuzzling each other, smelling each other, rolling around, and doing what you think cats do.
And I'm gonna say right now, but after that moment, the comments were my favorite part. They said
at this point, it's just a fetish movie.
Yeah. Then the next two chains that I loved were one person said, "I'm pretty sure this is just a $100 million furry art commission."
Yeah.
To which guys. The punchline hasn't come yet. Someone said that to which to which another person responded, "If it was, it would have looked better."
Yeah,
That's true.
Kind of would actually.
If it was, it would have been the play.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys, I gotta, as much as I don't want to
Take care.
I gotta get ready.
Alright.
You have fun.
Bye.
Bye. For the rest of the speed run, Logan.
Arrivederci.
Go.
And just very quickly, while she...
Bye-bye.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Anyway, just really quickly, to give everyone a bit of a palate cleanser for that, have an adorable whatever this is.
Adorable whatever is.
Oh, it's a baby Wolverine.
I see.
It is a Wolverine.
Okay, you're literally... Okay, Steve, you literally found this because of me.
Really?
It's
That's a bold statement to make.
It's you as an animal.
Hello, Shivarians. I come bearing you the cat review. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Also,
That was adorable.
this really, really random thing. I came across this, and I don't know why it made me laugh.
All I want to say about the baby Wolverine thing, I think the thing that gets me is just right at the beginning, right? All of a sudden,
Jesus Christ, that is so true.
oh, that's...
I don't know why it made me laugh the first time I saw it. But it was maybe it's the expression.
It's like, you got it. You're doing good. You got it.
I still need to see that movie, I'm not gonna lie.
I heard it was okay.
Yeah, it's good. By the way, one last review. You won't be able to look away, but you might wish you forgot the memory of cats by the movie's end. And memory is in quotations.
Oh no.
And to think, we in an alternate reality, we could have got an animated version done by Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
My point is we could have gone better.
Our Sunshine had a stroke.
I know. It could
How
have
would
been
you
really
look at
nice.
that? I had a stroke.
In an alternate universe, we would have had memories. But in this universe, we got memories.
Or
Actually,
Even
memories.
in this
Actually,
universe,
some people can-
Cats wasn't too good.
Actually,
Sorry, Matt. Let hype though.
I was about to say, just playing off James's memory jokes. I think if I get a little bit better, I could actually have memories.
That's just terrible. Oh. Steve,
This room was a joke. Why did it?
That's both
This
terrible.
room-
That's both terrible and funny. I'm sorry.
why bring that up even? Just
Because I'm fat.
No, you're soft.
You don't have, maybe fat doesn't mean you have to shave yourself in front of everyone.
Right.
yeah.
I was just playing off James's joke.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it wasn't even pointed towards you.
Well, you don't have to point at anyone, just play off it.
Anyway,
Yes.
so Gui,
yeah.
from the most recent episode of Final Fantasy VII Abridged, I don't know why, something earlier we were all talking about remind me of one of the things in that series is that Mog, the giant stuffed Moogle, is so fucking depressed 24/7 and always says the most depressing shit. And so in one scene they're all in this submarine wait, they're all in this submarine, and Red 13 threatens to do something in it. And I go like, I swear to God, if you do that, I'll open up the window, but we'll die. And you just hear Mom go, do it.
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Up the tank, up the tank.
Yeah.
There you go.
And because I don't have enough coins, you're supposed to have 100 coins typically in the route because you're supposed to buy a moon here. But since I've been kind of been a dingus and forgetting to collect, because I've been kind of a dingus and forgetting to collect those moons, I'm just gonna have to probably do. I'm probably just gonna have to go for defeating Rango now.
Might as well. I mean, you can find them as early as like right now if you decide to go first. It was either the first or the second pathway.
Right, and I may as well because they don't have the coins for it.
Thank you.
God damn it. This is Beastars related, by the way.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what is it?
It's a vine.
That's tomorrow.
Hold on. What are you going to have for breakfast, Lugosi? The flesh of the innocent. A bagel. No! 2 bagels.
You know what? From what I've seen, that actually isn't too far removed from how Lugosi is.
Pretty much.
It's kind of fascinating how quickly that franchise is, gaining traction, which, is good for the Arthur. Like, I'm sure they're really stoked to see how much people are loving their series.
Mm-hmm. It's called furries.
Furry.
Which I mean, like I'm one to talk. Like I understand. I mean, it's the same reason why Zootopia worked.
Yeah, everyone. God, now I'm just thinking. I know it's kind of an obvious thing, but I still, now that's making me think back to the Naturalist Society art.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. And it makes perfect sense in that type of environment.
It does because they're all animals.
Exactly.
And,
There's no need to worry about censorship or anything.
Right, and that is Zootopia is the only movie I can think of where a cop and an ex-con, like an ex, a con man, a cop and a con man go to a nudist bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie, I love it, but you can still sum it up with this moment brought to you by luck. Luck, the bad guy should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with Ice, I'm gonna have to do this legit because I am not. Yeah, I'm gonna do this legit way because I don't know how to work with him with Ice.
And you're saying, Gui?
Oh, I was gonna add to the whole Zootopia thing, but I kind of passed.
Go ahead and say it anyway. We're just beating up the movie again.
I mean, I found it interesting that I found it kind of funny and interesting that they adopted the same modesty values as we do, as we have.
That's true. One thing I find funny in that movie is that Duke Weaselton is voiced by the Duke of Wesselton.
Yeah.
They make the exact same joke between 2 movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's also something that, kind of similar to how Jim Cummings used to be in a lot of the older Disney movies. Alan Tudyk is now in a lot of the newer Disney movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's now the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
So is the whole
And
premise.
He used to be Green Arrow.
So is the whole premise of Beastars meant to be that it's this carnivore who's trying to he's trying to wrestle with his own carnivorous
Well, that is a theme.
Instincts.
That is one of the themes. The whole thing kind of gets jump started when there's a murder at their school, and the murder is one of the students literally eating the other.
Yeah.
I mean they're animals.
Yeah. So basically, it's the hard R version of Zootopia.
In many respects. I would go into detail, but A, I don't want to freak people out, and B, I don't know half of them.
Actually,
Hype. How about Hype? Since you're voicing it, how about you tell us who do you play?
Well, I guess I don't know how many people within my circle will be watching this, but as far as in Elson's videos, I voice a couple of characters. One of them I voice, not too often, but Elson's wanting to change that, is a character named Gohan, who is this panda, who's kind of like a person that befriends Lugosi and I don't really know like a whole lot about him. Like, keep in mind, like my knowledge of Beastars is basically limited to what all I've seen for the dubs. And another one I play is Oguma, which is basically like Louis' dad, who basically is just imagine Wesker if he was a deer. Right down to the fact that I use my Wesker voice for him.
Nice. So remind me, is this like a comic dub or
Comic dub.
Well, I was about to say it started off as a comic dub, but now that now that episodes of the anime have been put online, now Elson's actually wanting to dub some of the episodes of that too. And we already have episode 1 done, and at the time of us doing this, he's in the middle of working on the dub for episode 2.
nice? I'm kind of half tempted to, I've been half tempted to audition for stuff, and I just never do. I really need to fix that.
I'd be more than happy to help you with that. If you want.
Yeah.
I would like
I
help
would love to
too.
get back- I just, in general, would love to get back into voice acting again.
I know. I will say one problem that I do know for a fact. I mean this half jokingly, but I also don't mean to be too rude when I say it. One thing that I know you're definitely gonna want to have to work on is that when you're auditioning for things, you kind of have to control your pickiness, for lack of a better way of saying it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Come on!
Oh, no, almost.
Sorry, I'm being quiet. I am playing a dress-up game.
That
You're
is
fine.
Will you just
Hi, why?
It's just one of
do
those
that.
fun dress-up creating games.
Shush,
Okay,
they're-
okay.
no,
like,
I was gonna say no. I was like
Dog
Matt,
It's Star Wars related.
and I was gonna say Matt. Shush. They're called fashion simulators.
You
I
gotta
wanted to be a fashion designer when I was younger.
I mean,
Fashion is important.
I mean, seriously.
I agree.
I can't. Don't be so insensitive to people that love a very niche genre.
It's not niche. It's all over the internet.
It's not niche.
Yeah, no, it's not niche.
It's about as niche as something like Beastars is niche.
I don't think
Fashion? No.
so. Fashion's been around for a long time.
I mean, fashion games.
Oh, well, you
Oh,
weren't
they're
specific.
all over the fucking place, dude.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere, but it doesn't mean everyone's into them.
Still.
Yeah, but you'd be
You
surprised how
can say
many.
the same thing about anything, really.
You'd be surprised how many little girls are actually into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I
All
could-
those little girls.
Audrey likes fashion stuff and haircut stuff.
Ooh.
Who are you to judge?
I mean, honestly,
I
in a way,
forgot-
it's about as niche. It's about as niche
Oh,
as
no.
It's about as niche as the action figure industry.
I don't know. I
where
feel
heard,
like
I
it's.
forgot where I heard it in a JonTron video where it was like, oh, this looks kind of weird or something like that. And he's like, who are you to judge? I
So,
forgot where it happened.
so while these guys continue to cancel me,
Oh, stop
Oh,
it.
stop.
Although I love that that's now a thing. Back to you. Anyway,
These
back
people
to
are trying to cancel me because of my opinions.
these people are trying to cancel me because I went over budget on the season. Which that is a genuine excuse to cancel something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's
I-
Christmas
I-
shopping.
Why the fuck is that trending?
Oh, what's trending?
Why?
So- Inktober? Why?
James
there's a big
James
thing about
Philemon.
that.
Philemon.
All right.
He
So
must
long
know.
story short, the person who coined the phrase at first wants to trademark it, and
Oh, yay! They're fine brosing it. That's fun.
Yeah.
And basically, because of the situation he put himself in, he's gonna either have to take it down, which I don't know why you trademark it to begin with, or if he keeps it up, he's gonna have to, basically, again, like Fine Bros does, take legal action against anyone that actually wants to do Inktober, or at the very least, use the tag Inktober.
So, I watch this one guy on YouTube, Guru Larry. He's hilarious. And he mentioned this one guy, this stupid idiot, who ran a magazine company called Edge, and it was a video game magazine. And because he licensed the word Edge for magazines, he thought that he had license towards all of the mention of the word Edge.
Like Mirror's Edge and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Mirror's Edge. He tried to sue because he thought he held the right to the word Edge. in anything
that's
video
net-
game related.
Man, that is some Microsoft acquiring rare kind of levels of dumb.
Yeah.
You mean we can't have Donkey Kong?
No, what, at
That's
what point do you
Miyamoto's
think
baby, you
had
pricks. I mean, I'm not wrong.
Oh, nuts. Okay,
Damn
what I'm
it.
doing here is I'm trying to. This is one of those jumps where I did. This is one of those jumps where I do remember having to like practice this a few times. So you know, 1, 2, triple jump. No.
By the way,
Again.
by the way, it makes it funnier when you consider the fact that Rare actually sold themselves to Microsoft.
Really?
I'm not even joking. That is from another Guru Larry episode, where literally he mentions that Rare was so tired of Miyamoto that they actually sold themselves off to Microsoft.
And that sounds like something where like they were just in on the joke and when Rare and you know what? I'm now absolutely getting the idea that in the okay, fine, I'll do the other backup.
Yeah,
I'm getting the idea. I get this impression in my head now of them like they wanted to be bought so badly that they convinced Microsoft that hey, yeah, if you buy us, you'll get Donkey Kong. They're like,
They probably fucking did.
and so they lied to them
They're
about
like,
it so they could get it.
Banana.
Banana.
I have the idea of freaking Bill Gates going, oh, okay, I deserve that.
You deserve it for saying banana.
No, I deserve that for making fun of Bill Gates. He's listening. He's watching.
He's always listening. He has his spy cameras
Actually-
everywhere.
Actually, I do love that for years the
dang.
big consoles were like the big console companies, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, even back then, they kept on fighting each other and making fun of each other. Nowadays they're just like, hey guys, if you don't like us, get the other guys. We don't care, we're friends with them.
Or at least Sakurai is.
Yeah.
No, like literally apparently all three of the heads like talk to each other and help each other.
Well, I just
It's
say that
called
because I
their
remember
big
that being the
business,
one
and they know that the more.
I remember that when Banjo-Kazooie was playing Smash, all it took was Sakurai
Speedrun,
saying
you
you
still
should play
suck.
these games on the Expo to get people getting it trending.
And you're saying, Logan?
I was saying, first off, sorry, Spirit, you're still kind of bad.
Yeah.
Even in your refight, you're bad. At least Rango is able to mix it up. And the second thing I was going to say is that the cynical part of me has to say, Matt, that it's called their big business. They understand that so long as there's a competition, people are going, like, you know, it's the idea of like they realize it. I don't really think in the grand scheme of things they truly care about the console war, but they know
They don't.
But they know that as long as the console war is a thing, that, you know, each army is going to want to support their side the most, and thus they're like, there's still a war. Help us, help out the troops.
I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't even outright call it war. It's just general. It's just genuine competition.
Yeah, it's not.
I forgot to
and
fork
even
this
then,
pointer until later.
even then, it's not really even that because they constantly have been saying like each company, specifically Microsoft and Nintendo, they keep on going like, hey, these Nintendo guys are great. You should go check them out. And then Nintendo's like, hey, these Microsoft guys are great. You should go check them out.
You know, I just since you keep mentioning the console wars, I'm thinking like a variation of those stupid slogans back when Nintendo and Sega were like console wars, where it's like, why play Nintendo hard when you can play Microsoft?
No. Or wait. Would you rather be Nintendo Soft or X-boned?
Wait, what?
And now
They would fucking do that. You know that.
You know, there's already a joke going around that because it's called the Xbox Series X, people are shortening it to sex.
Oh no!
I couldn't afford you a present this year, so I got you this box.
That reminds me of
I got you.
that reminds me of that episode of I was just watching this one SNL sketch where this is like this children's show and their three characters are unity, caring, and kindness, but they add one more character, Friendly Fred. And so, and it's UCKF, and they keep on going, like, they keep on trying to put Fred at the front of the group. And every time Fred is in the front, they have to censor it.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It's like, hey, I feel like Fred should be at the front of the group. I don't think that's a good idea. No, come on, Fred.
I just love the idea. I just love the idea of him going like, I think it first be at the front of the group. He's like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, there's one guy there, like the person who runs the show, that keeps on going like, I don't think this is a good idea.
I'm not gonna lie, Logan, the tone in your voice when you said that just reminds me of Fako. Now the random thing popped in my head. It's like, he's like, I don't know about this Fox. Last time we tried to get those pants off Peppy, he tried to fight me.
You'll get these pants of mine.
You'll get these sneaking pants when you tear them from my dead body.
Hold on. Also, really quick. Pringus McDingus, goddamn it.
Yes.
He posted on Twitter before reviews were out. God, the Cats movie looks awful. I ain't seen that Abomination. Reviews come out. God, the Cat movie looks awful. I need to see this Abomination right now.
No.
I mean, he's right. We should. Crap. Uh-oh.
No, okay. Steve, you don't seem to understand that there is an inherent quality to seeing something so bad it's good.
Except for the Emoji Movie. I want you to see
That was
yeah,
just bad.
I never saw the Emoji Movie, and I don't even want to think about it.
That one was just bad.
But
This,
guys,
like, that one just had...
Yeah, what's up?
I was about to
Go
say,
ahead.
what about that one golden rule from Jay Sherman?
What is that?
What's that?
It stinks.
Oh yeah, if the... Well, looks like the jig is up. Out the window.
No, like, literally with stuff so... Like, the Emoji Movie was just bland, boring, and stupid and bad. Whereas, like, this Cats is so phenomenally, like, misguided. It's a wonder to witness.
It's fascinating in just how bad it is.
So it's beautifully bad.
Yeah.
I went as far as to
the
call
room's
it.
just bad.
I went as far as to call it
You haven't
creatively
seen it.
Guy,
I've seen
at
it.
that.
No.
look at the land. The land has returned. I
Hey,
think
wait,
that
you're
deserves.
saying,
I think that
Logan?
I was gonna say I brought the land back. I think that deserves me getting a chance to say something because I mean I brought the land back. You wouldn't be able to sit down without the land on your feet. Anyway, I was gonna say I like to consider it creatively arrogant, where the trailer came out, everybody clearly told them, don't do this. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna look good. And they said, no, this is good. You just don't realize the vision of this yet. It's gonna be great. And they still did. Oh, okay. Okay, actually, give me a second here. I'm actually like now thinking out loud in my head. Like, what do you guys think, like, about the integrity of a movie? Like, say, like, in the case of the Sonic movie, like, clearly they didn't have much. Okay, the cynical part of me again. I apologize. Clearly they didn't have. Clearly they didn't have much.
Cynical kind goes hand in hand.
Clearly they didn't have much creative like integrity towards their product because they were very quick to. Hang on. We can just jump twice and he'll notice you. Anyway, it's very. They were very quick to change the design of Sonic in order to please the crowd. Like, they didn't really care about their costume and stuff or whatever, the CGI. Meanwhile, with Cats, like... sorry, I feel like I'm starting to talk in circles. You know, but you're saying what I'm trying to come across.
Yeah, we get what you're saying. With Cats, it's like they were so proud of their... Despite the fact that everyone was saying, no, this is a bad idea.
Basically,
right.
I can...
wait, real quick, Mac. My favorite part of the run is where we look at this and go, damn, wow,
That's
this
just
place
about
is
to blow.
All right, see you guys. And we just leave them. See ya.
So yeah.
Insert
anyway,
hashtag here.
Okay. Anyway, really quick, I can sum it all up with this one quote. I don't know if I coined it or somebody else, but anyway, Paramount looked at the Sonic movie and said, wow, we actually need to fix this. Universal looked at the Cats movie and said, this is how we make bank.
But that's the odd thing, is like, do you think that it would have been more, do you think it would have been looked down upon if they compromised on his whatever artistic vision in order to please the masses? Because if every movie did that, we wouldn't get... you see where I'm coming from, though. It's like, I understand, like...
there needs to be a balance between good movies and travesties like this.
Well, also, there has to come a point
Perfectly
where...
balanced, as all things should be.
Well, there also has to come a point where, like, okay, how about this? Think of like, you can think of like movies that were probably bad when they first came out, but ended up actually becoming huge classics because they didn't bend into consumer opinion and stuff, and they still want to make the movie they wanted to make.
Ooh,
Stuff like,
dragon.
like stuff like, for instance, stuff like freaking, Blade Runner probably got a lot of flack at the time it came out.
I think it did get like mediocre reviews when it came out because it is a very slow burn movie. But it's one of those movies that it's a slow burn, but you can see what they are doing. Like you could see what they're doing with that.
You could also just argue that tastes change with the times.
Yeah. That's also a factor.
So I can't wait in 50 years when this becomes a cult classic. Or let's not forget Twilight possibly becoming a cult classic.
One of my favorite. Okay, real quick, hear me out, Matt. So one of my favorite reviews I've currently read is a guy he described the whole thing as like, it didn't work, and then he thought to himself, well, you know what? Maybe I'm looking at this a little too cynically. Maybe what's happening is that this is supposed to be a new kind of cat for the new younger generation. I thought that until I heard it. Oh.
There should be some downstairs in your little dresser drawer, like the.
Okay.
Yeah. My mom's sick.
Oh, poor mom. I was gonna say poor mom, but it's your mom.
Mamma
She could be everybody's mom. You know what? She is all your mom now.
Yay.
But yeah, he said, I thought that maybe this was supposed to be a catch for a new generation, and then until I heard oh my god, hang on guys.
You're bluffing on that, dude.
I know.
Come on.
Hurry!
Okay, well, the crown's off, so now all I have to do is get the heart. And the second time he comes down, that dome of his is as good as cracked. Anyway, he said, I thought that it was supposed to be a new Cats for a new younger generation, until I heard a kid a couple rows ahead of me say, Mom, I hate this. This is officially for nobody.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or no, it's for a very, very, very specific crowd.
No. If you're thinking it's for the furries, remember that picture of like the one guy going like I'm a furry, and I can say I speak for all of us when we say we have no fucking idea what's going on with this movie either.
Like I said, a very, very specific crowd, i.e., the heads that actually tried to get this movie off the ground in the first place.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, what did you guys think of the director's first movie, like he did in terms of a musical, where he did Les Miserables?
I have not seen it yet. I want to see it.
Misguided. I will say it's just like the other one, misguided, because it's not bad. The only problem is they didn't do studio recordings of the records. They recorded it all there,
live. Well, there's a whole part of it. Hang on, there's a whole part of that where it's like, would you call Thomas Hooper the Matt? What's the name of the guy who runs who'd made games like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls?
Oh, David Cage.
Yeah. Would you David Cage? Thank you. Would you call this Hooper man, the director Hooper, whatever, the David Cage of the film industry, where he has a really cool idea, a little pretentious, and very full of himself?
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like Hooper's a little more full of himself than Cage is. Cage goes like, alright, I'll admit, I don't fully understand what I'm doing either. Whereas like Hooper's just like, yes, everything I do is art. I have Oscars for the King's Speech. Worship me.
Oh, I'm back.
By the way,
hold on
King's
a
Speech
second.
is actually good.
Hold on a second. Logan, do you even need to be collecting moons at this point?
Yes, there apparently are a couple I need to get.
Well, I know there's no total listed right now, but do you remember what the total is you need?
I don't, but I do remember the general run I usually did, so if I do that, I should be in good shape. The general run being that I go up here, then I drop down here, get the moon, Anyway, while I'm doing this, Matt, again, don't worry, I got this under control. Matt, go ahead.
Okay, basically, Tom, like David Cage would go like, all right, I admit some of my visions are off, but I still do what I believe I do. Whereas Tom Hooper, I feel, is more like, look upon me, my works, ye mighty, and tremble. I made King's Speech, which is award-winning.
Dang.
Yeah, there's just some people who, you know, there's a lot that goes into a film, and a lot of it does depend on the director and the executives.
Okay, just to save you a little bit of time, Logan, you only need 8 moons.
What was that?
8 moons.
8 moons. So you get 2. So you get 1 here. You get 1 up ahead when you get all the pieces. That's 2. You get 2 each from the Brutals. That's 4. And I think you get a 3 from.
I don't. Do they have? Do they leave you with a triple moon in?
You know, maybe they don't.
Let me check.
In which case, again, I'm just gonna do the run that I'm used to, and just to be absolutely positively sure. Even since we've already like pretty much like made it aware that I'm not doing this for any clout or whatever.
I know, but still, never hurts to shave off some time for your and hopefully get a PB. I mean, granted, that's kind of ancient history now. Yeah.
Unless I get moon skipped perfectly on my first try.
Okay, you do get a triple moon for the boss fight. So yeah.
Okay, so we just get this guy.
So you just need 2 more moons, then do the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, you may as well say screw everything else, and you wait till you get to the brutal refights.
Can anybody tell me how many moons did I have in the Odyssey?
I forget.
Yeah, I forget at this point.
Why does it matter?
I don't know.
I'm not going for the dark side of the moon.
Sorry, Pokio.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Alrighty.
But
So,
yeah.
I think going back to like the whole bad movies thing.
Mm-hmm.
To me, what makes a movie like The Room so fascinatingly bad, so bad that it's good, is really the people behind it. And
Yeah.
And I think the same can be said for any movie that's so bad it's good. It's always because of the people behind it.
Right.
And just the choices they made.
Well, so that's the thing is that
based on their taste in movies and their life experiences and all that.
Well, because that's the thing. I think Tommy Wiseau is just a genuinely, I think, likable dumb.
Genuinely likable douchebag.
Yeah, he's troubled. Well, to say the very fucking least. Like,
but he's not hurting anybody.
I mean, he kind of, sort of does a little bit. Like he throws verbal abuse at people who don't what he wants them to do. He lies. He lied about not needing a generator, or like the studio they were working at, they needed a generator. He lied about saying that the shop that they usually get generators from didn't have any. He just didn't bother to call them because for one reason or another he was just too lazy or didn't want to spend the money or what have you. But either way, that was something he lied about.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And like, but what makes him funny to watch is that his total lack of fundamental understanding about acting and filmmaking as a whole.
Yes.
Because
agreed.
and Greg Sestero talks about this in his book. When he first met at an acting class, he went up and performed I think a scene from
it was a Shakespeare play.
Yeah, I think it was Midsummer Night's Dream. And the way he did it was just so it was all wrong to the point where people could not contain their laughter.
Oh.
And like, and he backtalked the teacher, and she knew what the fuck she was talking about. Whenever he was like, "Can I correct you?" She's like, "No, you may not."
It's kind of sad, all that happened.
Yeah, those are just small examples of just who he really is as a person.
He's very. Oh, so there's the thing. You have there's a definite difference between confidence. And
You had a stroke.
Definite different. I'm sorry. I'm trying to speedrun a game, and I'm already definitely over time. But I'm trying to like just pull this together because at least I had a more decent start than our first attempt, where I was already. Imagine me being this far back, but I was already in Lost Kingdom when I was this far behind.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
at least I've been getting some of the like tricks and stuff I wanted to show.
I guess what I'll say in terms of our whole little movie debacle of like. You know, having a balance of, like, good movies and genuinely so bad it's good kind of movies. I would say I don't mind the whole notion of that if it's an original movie. If it's an adaptation, I hold that a little stronger just because nobody wants to see adaptations suck.
Of course.
Yeah, no. This is why one of my friends on YouTube, or former friends, I haven't talked to in a while, why his entire series is literally talking about whether an adaptation is good or not.
Right, like I'll say right now, like the whole thing about Sonic needing his design, getting his design changed, I think that was for the better. I think more adaptations should do stuff like that. Actually, listen to fan feedback in some regard. Now, when it comes to original movies, who cares? Like, do whatever you want, and hopefully you got a shining piece of gold instead of a shining turd.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. I think that's really fair.
Like hell, just going to give an example. Design, freaking one of my favorite things is that Christopher Lee, when he is still alive, there is one movie. I don't know if he did it with multiple movies, but there's one specific movie called The Last Unicorn, and he is one of the biggest parts of that movie. And literally, he brought in a cop. He was such a fan of the original book. He brought in a copy and said, "All right, this is what you need to not exclude. This is what you. This is why you can't fuck up.
Yeah.
If you fuck up, I'm out of the project."
Oh damn!
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, no, he like
That's
literally.
amazing.
I think the way Dominic actually described it was literally saying like
Okay.
Alright, I think the way Dom described it is that literally. I love the way you described this. Christopher Lee would walk into the meetings armed with his own copy of the book.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was a Last Unicorn fanboy.
Yeah, he was a fan of The Last Unicorn.
Good on him.
Yeah.
And this is why I love watching his Lost in adaptation. He shows how even adaptations that are accurate should change a couple things. But you should still keep the message, keep the tone. Not always are you going to get like a V for Vendetta situation where it's so radically different and yet the differences somehow do work. Because a lot of times the differences will not.
Yeah.
I feel like V for Vendetta was the one lightning in a bottle exception of like literally lightning in a bottle exception of
hang on, what I just tried to do there, but I failed miserably, so now I gotta live with it, is what I tried to do there is there is a way to fast kill the mech, which is by you basically force your way onto you force your way on top of it, and sure as you notice it tries to like scream and tries to push you away, but it is possible to it is still possible to actually stay on that mech while it's going nuts.
Huh. Okay.
It's weird, but it actually somehow works.
So going back to like speaking of adaptations, going back to Little Shop of Horrors, I don't know if anyone knows, the original Little Shop of Horrors was a 1960 film that was made by Roger Corman for a budget that would equal to less than $250,000.
Oh,
not very good.
Oh wow!
And it was filmed in 2 days.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and it started as a joke because Roger Corman was like, he saw this flower shop had just been just been finished being used by another studio, and they didn't they still had 2 days left to use it, but they finished early. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna use this place. I'm gonna see if I can make it in 2 days, just to see if he could. And so he gathered a couple of props together for the plants and and a few actors, and they wrote a script in 2 weeks and was able to.
Got it.
They were able to film it all in the 2 days.
If I'm careful, I could do. Oh, no.
Oh, so close.
It is. The first part was right, but what happened there is it is actually possible to ground pound them, and their hitboxes are still active, and you can quick. The world record of this game has the guy where he jumps on the mech and does not fall off for the entire fight, and it takes down all 4 Brutals.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's crazy, but it takes so much practice. I would not even know where to begin.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Anyway,
funny me.
you were saying?
So yeah, the Little Shop of Horrors. It was still kind of a dark comedy, but it played up more of the farcical sort of side of it, where every character was silly in their own right. Like Seymour was like the dumb nerd, and let's see, and Audrey herself was still the same ditz,
Right.
except even more ditzy.
God.
And they still have the dentist in there, but they...
Yeah, I know. Real quick, I was saying I know I'm way behind on that because when I first did this run, I did manage to actually get a couple quick kills on him, but yeah, I'll take that. At this point, At this point, it just rests on whether or not I can show. I'm okay. At this point, I've already committed to this speed run. I am going to show you Moon Cave Skip and exactly how big it is.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, continue, Glee.
All right.
Okie dokie.
So, I mean, I guess I'm just kind of going on about it, giving a sort of trivia history lesson of some sorts, because I've just been consuming all this Little Shop of Horror stuff, and I'm like spewing it out.
You're fine. Geez.
Yeah. So the musical kind of keeps to the same. It sticks to much of the same story. I mean, it just adds songs and adds more life to the location of Skid Row and all the characters. Like they all have their own backstories and their own motivations outside of just being silly caricatures.
Also, really quick, I just want to mention that the original adaptation the original like movie
right,
from the
James.
50s.
You're
Jack
right, James.
Nicholson
I can
played
see
played the masochist.
Yes,
wow.
that was one of his earliest roles, and it was 1960.
You were right. You were right. I was one off. I'm supposed to only have 124 moons because that's all that are actually required. I went a little over. And bam! I'm officially not going to PB this time.
I am back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. This run is a farce, but I'm having fun, and I get to at least show off some bits of it.
Anyway, sorry.
Surrounded by good people.
So I guess to kind of sum it up, there are definitely some instances where an adaptation of something can far surpass the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my opinion, I actually like the movie version of V for Vendetta more than the original story. Yeah, more than the original comic. The
movie's great.
Oh,
I think you cut in and out.
Me?
No, Matt.
Oh, Matt was fine. No, what happened is that I cut him off accidentally.
Okay.
What?
I was saying, you're fine, Matt. I was saying, yes, I love
You're not going to be fine after you deal with me, Logan.
Did you literally cut me out?
No, I cut you off accidentally. I mean, like, I accidentally spoke over you, and they thought that I just actually... No. Jeez. Look at me. Do you think I have the time to be reaching over and singling out this audio right now? I'm about to do gosh dang moon cave skips. So
okay,
I'm sure you can have the possibility of doing so.
So what's happening here, guys, is typically you have to go into the cave and fight Mama Brutal, and you have to do this whole dang thing. Or you could do this. Whoop, hang on. Not first try, but...
Almost got it.
Hang on. Oh, okay.
I think I feel like they patched
No, they
this
did
out.
not.
They might have patched it.
No, they did not. I practiced this just last night. It is very much still possible. You just have to
Then
be
you learned they patched it
very...
in the last 5 minutes.
No, you just have to be very precise. Okay, you have to be very precise. But what I'm going for is I'm going for a second wall jump. You'll see. Oops, I need to get that half jump though. I appreciate you guys keeping quiet for this, just because, like, yeah, once I get this, the game's pretty much like the usual run.
Okay.
Yeah, because all you have left is the chapel.
Yeah.
And got it.
So there's a bit of wall there that they missed.
Yeah, and with that, bam! I have just skipped the entire lava cave section, and we're on to the finale.
Yay! But yeah, so let's see. What? There was another thing I was going to mention.
Oh, real quick, well, it's on my mind. Big thing about Audrey 2 is that in the original, no one knew where it came from outside of it being in a Japanese garden shop. No one knows the original.
Because of course.
No, yeah, it was. I think it was the film that actually said outright that it came from outer space. Because even in the stage play, it's not exactly known where the plants actually originated from.
Oh yeah, okay, now I remember what I was going to mention. So this doesn't have to do with adaptations, but like, you said that people are saying, you can't shoot this in 2 days, and they're like, watch us. Yeah, basically that. I remember seeing a tweet where basically, apparently in an interview, it was confirmed that the reason why Watchmen was so good as it is was so that Dave Gibbons and Alan Moore could prove someone wrong, that it would still be good after 4 issues.
Oh. No one knew that it would be good?
Yeah, like somebody said, like, one of their friends said that, I mean, it's so good so far, but you can't keep it going for like 4 more issues, I bet. Like, you can't keep it well-oriented for that long. They're just basically like, watch us.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted, motherfucker.
Yeah, really.
Basically.
And then just like that, they punched him in the crotch.
Oh.
Ouch.
Just
Oh, it's a good thing I already have my child.
That real quick, that is something I would like to see in Odyssey 2 is us fighting the Koopaloons.
Yes.
I mean, there's really no need to bring back the Brutals, so why not?
Honestly, I kind of hated the Brutals because it looked like Bowser had a one-night stand with a rabbit.
Oh. Please don't let it be me.
God, no, you just put an image in my head that I don't want.
I know, that's the problem.
You mean he had the kids with Mama Brutal?
I mean, Mama,
sure.
Madam Broody, Jesus Christ, was he really that?
Oh.
And there we go.
It was just a one-night stand, okay? I didn't know she'll have that many kids.
I know there was at least some concept art of Odyssey that showed the to look more Koopaling-like. But they just had on bunny links.
Bunny lings?
Well, they are little bunnies. They are the bunny children of Madame Broody.
Yeah. And she would breed like a rabbit.
Yeah.
I don't want to think. I brought up this joke, but now I don't want to think about it.
I'm just
You brought it on yourself.
I know I did.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even mind, like, if, say, for the sequel's sake, I wouldn't even, like, I think I brought up in the commentary, like, even though it's sort of a joking matter, I wouldn't even mind if, like, say, if Bowser wasn't actually the big baddie of the game, like, treated like an RPG game where, like, there's a new villain on the scene that Mario and or Peach has to take out.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly something that's been in my head for a long while. Like, I'll just say it right now because, like, I mean, granted, this is gonna be on my channel, so the rest of my watchers don't have to know. But I always imagine, like, if there is gonna be a sequel to Odyssey, I want the villain to be an actual Bonneton, like a straight up Bonneton who has pretty much the same powers that Cappy.
Yeah, no,
and in her case, she would capture, you know, I prefer it was a woman.
Okay, basically.
But I was about to say, like, have her capture actual villains, kind of like Bowser. Like
you are basically speaking what I thought was going to be part of the plot when this game was shown, because like Bowser's hat, I legitimately thought was a Bonneton as well. Hell, I theorized it was basically Cappy and Tiara's father.
But in any case, yeah, I'd like to see a Bonature as the villain, and I'd like to see him or whatever, basically capturing all these, basically mind controlling these big bads, kind of like Bowser. Like hell, have him or her capture Ganondorf in a Hyrule Kingdom of some sort. I don't care.
And
I know.
No, I
really
was thinking
want
like
Zelda
casting
this.
the legacy Mario villain.
Well, I mean, this sort of leads into my whole what once, and I always like if there ever was a sequel, I would like to see a Hyrule.
Yeah, but let's be fair, that's not going to happen.
Mario and Zelda reference each other all the time. It's only a matter of time before they cave in.
By that regard, Sonic technically referenced Zelda.
So it's because Mario, they're fine with not keeping their lore
And
to
wait,
it.
hang on, Matt, the big finale. There.
At least we're not
And
invisible.
time.
It wasn't well. So far, looking at it, I got a better time on Moon Kingdom than I usually do because I got the Moon skip when I should have. I got the Moon Cave skip better. I suffered so badly on the first run, but so there were some gold splits. There were some splits where I managed to do faster than I did in that other run. I just kind of whiffed it on so many other things because I'm so terribly out of practice.
Well, not to mention, you're also basically shooting the shit with the rest of us.
Yeah, but there you go. That was Mario Odyssey, and they're roughly around an hour and a half.
Also, I love how you can clearly see Mario and Peach are right next to each other. And yet, he has to walk all this extra way near her, apparently.
It's the
He's
moon.
he's
warped and
moonwalking.
time is bendable.
No, Matt. Mario just went, whoo, and he did a moonwalk. But clearly, he's not into that type of music. And I love how Bowser didn't even hit him. I mean, like in the sense of like Bowser didn't even really super attack him. He just smacked him on the head.
Oh wait, boy.
Cut it, quit it. But
I like how even the piranha plants are just like.
I never noticed that. The front was
Yeah,
like,
the piranha plants are just like.
And about to bring out the crown.
Again, I wish Mario and Bowser should become friends after this.
Well, who's to say they aren't already friends? Because
Yeah,
I mean, remember, this is all a show.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
everything in Mario canon is basically just a show of something.
So Mario, will I get a stunt double for this next bit?
Well, no,
in your dreams.
I don't think they confirmed this as a stage play, but they definitely confirmed that Mario 3 is a stage play.
Yeah.
It's off the budget.
I think Miyamoto up and confirmed that every Mario game after like the first game is practically just a stage play or something of the sort.
Yeah.
Like none of this like Bowser's not like in reality Bowser's not this big of a dickhead.
No.
So I'm curious. So I'm actually genuinely curious, just because I don't. Again, I did kind of really piss. Yeah. Great! Yay! I'm officially a speedrunner now. I hate everything I've done, and I always want to improve. That's what speedrunners do. They always make you improve. No, I was saying like I'm officially a speedrunner now. I hate everything I've done, and I always want to improve. Which is not a bad facet of living life, but in terms of your runs,
weekdays, it's not as popular as Fridays, but it's not evil like Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday is tough.
Just that.
But so what did you guys think of watching a little Mario Odyssey speedrun there?
I only barely watched most of it because I played computer games and roleplay, but it looked good.
You could have done better.
I know.
You know what?
I have the facts to prove I could have done better.
I feel like this. I feel the sentiment. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, even though for me, it's like move it over one day.
I thought you
And
said
Friday
moving over
is-
lucky. Let me have a go. You would say that, wouldn't you?
But I kind of.
I can't play these games.
Me, I always get this really odd feeling because it's like, wow, because it's like, you look at this is not at all bashing on our commentary. I had a lot of fun with that, and that was such a huge journey in and of itself. But it's so weird to like look at that entire journey, and now it's just been summed up in an hour and a half, and it's done.
Pretty much.
But by the way, really quick, from this post, does that mean Saturday and Sunday are Peach and Daisy?
Yes.
I assume.
And then all trains are delayed until further notice.
God damn it, cat.
That's my body.
But yeah, Yeah, so then I'm probably gonna stop the video a little bit here because we're almost at the end of this.
Oh no, that's a catastrophe right there.
Oh my gosh, they're looking at a video. They're looking at a
big guns.
They're looking at a picture of a cat laying on a model train set.
I apologize. I know my puns are pretty hysterical.
So that being said, thank you all thank you all to those who decided to put up with watching this little video that I put up. I know it's been forever, and I have plenty of things I need to do. I need to. And again, on my official plans of my official to-do list is I need to get around to doing Tales of Borderlands prior to March when Borderlands 3 gets available on Steam, so that Hark and the others and I can do that. But until then, this was just something that just kind of came to me, and again, just to really put it out there as an official announcement. All the people here, if you like listening to us kind of riff about stuff and would like to hear us actually talk sensibly about games, please check out JamesmanXtreme's channel, because we actually do full-on videos there, and that's typically where I hang out most of the time, because doing stuff with friends is fun.
Yeah. You say talk sensibly about games?
Not all the time,
sensibly.
but enough.
Yeah,
enough, but
let's be fair here. This isn't too far off from what we normally do on our videos.
No, this is more in line with our casual. This is more in line with what we do casually. Like when it comes to actual recording, we at least try to put some fun to what we say.
Yeah, there's
structure in there. I just wing it.
But granted, we don't always show off. Granted, we don't always talk about memes and things that we just post in the chat.
Or just random tangents we have. Absolutely.
And I swear about 10 times more in our videos.
Yeah.
But that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna probably sign off now and take a nap.
You go do that, or train to be better at this.
Yes.
I don't know. Really. I had fun. Train. I had fun, and in the long run, I'm not too upset about it. I had my fun with it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching.
Nighty-night.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Don't let the pie come out to bite.